Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yesterday's class we discussed about functions, isn't it? Some standard functions and their graph. Which are the standard functions yesterday we discussed? Which are the
Identity function.
First is the first one is identity function. Identity function is given by f of x is equal to x. F of x is equal to x. Then we discussed about constant function. Constant function is given by f of x is equal to c, where c is any real number. C we can take as any real number. F of x is c. The next one we have discussed is about polynomial functions, isn't it? Is it polynomial? Yes, polynomial. Polynomial function of degree 1, we call it as linear polynomial, isn't it? And what about polynomial of degree 2, Sania?
Quadratic polynomial.
Yeah, it is quadratic polynomial. Then polynomial of degree 3 means we call that as cubic polynomial. And we just, okay, graph of a quadratic polynomial is a
Parabola.
Parabola. It's a U-shaped curve. Graph of a straight line, graph of a linear polynomial is a straight line. Okay. The next we have learned is rational functions, isn't it? Rational functions. Any function which can be written in the form p of x by g of x with g of x not equal to 0, we call it as rational functions. And rational function, one example we learned is 1 by x. Okay, rational function, one example you have learned is 1 by x. Okay, in 1 by x, okay, when we are defining the function 1 by x, we are mentioning x is not equal to 0, isn't it? What happens when x becomes 0 in rational function 1 by x, Emmanuel?
Not defined.
When it becomes 0, it will become infinity. 1 by 0 is not defined. So we are taking the domain as all the real numbers except 0. Similarly, for the range, we are taking all the real numbers except 0. Why we are taking the range as all the real numbers except 0? Okay. Today, Naureen asked one question like that. Why we are selecting the range as, is it Naureen? Why we are selecting the range as, okay, domain is all the real numbers except 0, it is accepted. Why range we are taking as all the real numbers except 0? Okay, for example, okay, you consider the set of all real numbers here. Okay, I'm just marking the numbers here. -1, -2, -3. In between, we have so many numbers. Okay, I'm not marking, just the numbers I am marking, main numbers. In between, we have 1 and 2, we have 1.1, 1.2 and all. Okay, likewise here also. Positive 1. Okay, positive 1 plus 2. 1, 2, 3. Here we have -1, -2 and so on. Okay, so if we take f of x is equal to 1 by x, what is f of 2? It is 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So 2 will be mapped onto 0.5. Is that no? But for which one you will get the image as 0? Can you tell for which element you will get 0? Which element's image? F of 0. You are not taking, okay. You are taking f of all the domain is all the real numbers except 0. So we can't take f of 0 there. Range, suppose we include 0. Which one's image you will get a 0? We can't define, isn't it? So that's what we are excluding 0 in the range also. So domain is r minus 0 and range is also all the real numbers except 0. That's why we are taking this one. Okay. And yesterday we started with modulus function. Rijas, can you define the modulus function? Modulus. What happened? Smiling. Yesterday you attended the class?
No.
Huh?
No.
Go through the note. Open the notebook. Fine. Open the notebook and read it. If you don't know, open the notebook and read it. Modulus function. Srihari, listen, Rijas, you have to repeat that one. Srihari, give the modulus function, Srihari.
F of x is modulus of x.
Is equal to?
Modulus of x.
How it is defined?
Find
Aishwarya, can you define modulus function?
Let f be a function defined from R to R. Then f of x is modulus of x.
That is equal to, how it is defined? We are giving some cases there. 2 cases we are taking, isn't it?
If it is positive inside the modulus, it would be a positive number itself. But if it's negative, we make it into positive.
So how we define that function? That one we discussed in the class yesterday, isn't it? Listen, children. So f of x is equal to modulus of x. This modulus function is defined as, this is defined as minus x if x is less than 0. If it is a negative number, we'll be multiplying by one more minus. So, okay, this is the definition, this part only. Okay, modulus of x is defined as negative x if x is less than 0. And it is x. Okay, you can take the same number if x is greater than 0. And it is 0 if x is 0. If it is positive or 0, we can take the same number. But when it is negative, we multiply by 1 minus. So combining these two together, we can write this as it is minus x if x is less than 0. And x if x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so this is the definition. How will you define modulus of x means? This full thing you have to explain. F of x is modulus of x, which is equivalent to modulus of x is defined like this. It is minus x if x is less than 0, x if x is greater than 0, and 0 if x is equal to 0. Okay, and I asked you to find out the domain, range, and graph. Annette Antony, she sent that work yesterday itself, and it is correct. What is the answer? What is the domain here? In this case, what is the domain? Can you give the domain of this modulus function?
Real number.
Yes, we can take modulus, okay? We can take modulus for all real numbers. So we can take the domain is R. What about the range?
Positive real number.
Yeah, yes, it is set of all positive real numbers. What about the graph we are getting here? Did you try the graph? What about the graph?
We are getting 0 also, no?
Yes, positive real numbers. A union 0 along with 0. Yes, R plus union 0 you can write. So what about the graph? Did you try that graph? Okay, so listen, suppose for drawing the graph, I'm taking the values. Y is equal to f of x is equal to modulus of x. Okay, taking some 2 or 3 values for drawing the graph, x, y. When x is 0, y will be 0. When x is 1,
1.
1. When x is minus 1,
1.
1. When x is 2, it's 2. So when you draw the graph, okay, horizontal axis is x-axis, x, x dash. Vertical axis is y, y dash. So when it is 0 itself. When x is 1, y is also 1. When x is 2, y is also 2. Okay, when x is minus 1, it is 1. When x is minus 2, we'll get 2. So what you will get is, you will be getting a V-shaped curve like this. We'll be getting a curve like this. So, okay, pass. Actually, if this is a straight line, this one also you can extend it. And we are taking only the positive part, which passes through the origin. Okay, so y is equal to modulus of x means we will get 2 lines starting from the origin. We'll be getting a graph like this. Modulus functions graph. Okay, Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is the graph. Okay, can you, okay, in the board, okay, can you see the graph, children? Let f from R to R defined by f of x is equal to modulus of x. For each non-negative value, f of x will be x. But for negative values, the value of f of x is negative of that value of x. So f of x is x if x is greater than or equal to 0, and it is minus x if x is less than 0. And this is how the graph of modulus of x can be drawn. This is the graph of modulus of x. Okay? So this is the fifth function we are learning. Okay? Modulus of x. So listen, children, when y is modulus of x, that graph starts from the 0. Okay, it starts from 0 and it's moving in these two directions. X and y are positive or negative, but y value will be always positive. We are taking only the absolute value. The next function we are going to discuss is, right, the next one, signum function. Next one is signum function. Signum function. Okay. The signum function is defined as, so the signum function f from R to R is defined as f of x is equal to minus 1 if x is less than 0. 0 if x is 0. And this is 1 if x is greater than 0. Okay. What is given here? How the function is defined? F of x is minus 1 if x is less than 0. Okay, it is based on, this function is used in some signaling theory. Okay, for example, if there is no input at all, you'll take this as 0. Whenever high voltage is there, you'll be taking this value as 1. Low voltage, you'll be taking as minus 1. Okay, this application you will learn when you go for higher classes. Okay, now here this function, okay, just learn what is domain, codomain and range of this function. F of x is defined as, signum function is defined as minus 1 if x is less than 0. If you take any negative number, any negative real number, it will be mapped on to minus 1. If the value of x is 0, its image will be always 0. If you take any positive real number, its image is 1. Its image is 1. Okay. So can you give the domain of this function? What is the domain and what is the range? What is the domain and what is the range? Can you give the domain of this function? Is it possible to define signum values for all the function? What is the domain and what is the range here? What is f of 10? What is the answer you will get? F of 10?
1.
1. What is f of 1.1?
1.
1. What is f of negative 4.3?
Minus 1.
4.
This is
Minus
minus 1. It's less than 0. It's minus 1. So we can define this function for any real number.
Real number.
So what is the domain?
R.
R, set of all real numbers. Okay, we can define this function for all the real numbers. So domain is R. What about the range? What about
Minus
the images?
1, 0 and 1.
Yes, in the domain, in the range, we will get only the 3 elements. Minus 1, 0 and 1. Get only the 3 elements, minus 1, 0 and 1. Okay. So the signum function is defined as f is a function from R to R where f of x is -1 if x is less than 0, 0 if x is 0, and 1 if x is greater than 0. And the domain and range of the function is given as domain is set of all real numbers and the range is -1, 0, 1. The range is -1, 0, 1. Now let's go through the graph of that function. Okay, that graph. So this is the graph of the signum function. Okay, this one is the graph of the signum function. Okay, all the positive real numbers will be mapped onto 1. Okay, here, listen here, what is this here? We are drawing one open circle. While in the beginning of the set theory, we have learned. Okay, what is the difference if we shade inside and if you are not shading inside? Whenever you use represent a point in number line.
Open interval.
Open circle means, yes, open interval. That point is not included. If we shade it, that point is included. Okay, here look at this. Here at 1, we are putting open 1. That means the 0 is not included. Here 0, you have one dot circle there. Again, for all the negative real numbers, it will be mapped onto -1. Okay, you will not be able to draw this as a single graph. Okay, 3 parts are there. The first one, for the real positive real numbers, 0, and for the negative real numbers, the next line. So this is how. Yes.
Can you explain the shaded and unshaded circle? I did not get that.
See, suppose we are taking the interval, open interval 2 and 3. What is meant by open interval 2 and 3? Point 2 is not included, 3 is not included. In that case, when you represent it on number line, we will be marking this as just open circles and the in-between part only we will shade. That means 2 is not included, 3 is not included. Suppose we take this one close to 2, 3. That means closed means 2 and 3 is also included. So in this case, we will darken this one. Okay, this one we learned in set theory. Closed 2, 3. All the real numbers between 2 and 3 along with 2 and 3 is also there. But if we take 1, 2, 3, all the numbers between 2 and 3 is there. Is it clear? The difference, is it okay? Who asked that doubt? Is it?
Achud.
Achud, okay. Now is it okay? Is it clear, Achud?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now this is, okay, what about the graph of signum function? Is it clear, children? Graph of signum function, is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The next function we are going to discuss is greatest integer function. The next function we are going to discuss is greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Greatest integer function. Okay, listen children, the greatest integer function usually we write within this square braces. F is a function from R to R given by f of x is equal to, modulus means we write within 2 lines. Here it is within these 2 square brackets. Greatest integer. Greatest integer function. F of x is equal to greatest integer function. Greatest integer contained in x. Okay, how to find the greatest integer? What about the greatest integer contained in 2.3? What is the greatest integer contained in? It is 2. What about the greatest integer contained in 12.7?
13.
12. Okay, it's not round off function. Okay, we are not rounding here. We are taking till 12.7. If you draw the number line till 12.7, what is the integer you will have? Okay, now my question is, what is the greatest integer contained in negative 2.3?
3.
Negative 2.3 is?
3. 3.
3 is wrong, my dear. One small modification is needed. Okay, so listen, the easy way is, children, the easy way is, okay, so you draw, it is minus infinity. So I'm representing the number line here, 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So where you will get minus 2.3? Where you will plot the point minus 2.3?
Between -2 and
minus 2.
3.
And so here you will get minus 2.3, isn't it? So now from here to here you check which is the greatest integer contained there.
-2.
See, we are starting from minus infinity. Always start from the lower one. Okay, the least value is minus infinity. So from minus infinity to minus 2.3, which is the greatest integer there? What is the answer, Gayatri?
-3.
It is minus 3. For the positive numbers, we can leave the decimal and we can give. But for negative numbers, we should be little bit, we have tried the previous number. Okay. What is the greatest integer contained in negative 7.8? What will be your answer?
-7.
Now only listen, Shubham, listen here. So minus infinity, minus 7 point, where will it lie? So this is negative 7. This is negative 8. So here you will get negative 7.8. So up to this only you are allowed to move from here to here. So which is the greatest integer contained there? Shubham. From
7.
here to, see, I'm not able to move there. If I go there only, I'll get minus 7. Up to this is your boundary. So up to this, which is the integer you have? Which is the greatest? Okay, children. So power interruption was there. Okay. So we are discussing about greatest integer function, isn't it? We are discussing about greatest integer function. So the greatest integer function f from R to R is given by f from R to R is given by f of x is equal to, okay, within this square bracket you have to write. Okay, this is what we call it as greatest integer function. So what is the greatest integer contained in 4.7? Nia? Greatest integer contained in 4.7. Nia?
4.
Yes, it is 4. Okay, what is the greatest integer contained in 13.2? 13.2. It is Aditya. Greatest integer contained in 13.2. It is 13. So what about the greatest integer contained in minus 5.6? We are discussing with the negative numbers, isn't it? What is the greatest integer contained in negative 5.6? What is the answer? It is negative 6. What is the greatest integer contained in negative 7.1?
Negative.
It is negative 7. Okay. So like this we can define. Now can you give me what is the domain and what is the range of this function? What is the domain and what is the range? What is the domain and range of this greatest integer function? Yes.
Is the negative 7.1 negative 7?
Sorry, negative 8, my dear. It's negative 8. Negative 7.7 means, okay. So you can draw the number line and you can check. Minus infinity. Here, suppose it is negative 7, negative 8. Negative 7.1 means we will be marking here. Okay. So from here to here, which is the greatest integer? It is negative 8. Okay. So now what will be the domain and range here? What about the domain? We can take the greatest integer for all the real numbers. So the domain is
Real number.
R. All the real numbers. Good. What about the range?
Z.
Okay, children. Okay. See, what is the greatest integer contained in negative 7.1? Just negative 8. Okay, we are discussing about the domain and range of the greatest integer function. So domain, what you will get about domain? Domain is collection of all real numbers. What about the range? What about the range? It is, yes, it is. Gayatri, give the answer. What is the answer you are saying here? Range?
Integers.
Yes, very good. It's only the integers. Okay, it's a set of all integers. Only the integer values. Okay, so the graph of this function will be, okay, if you take this graph, the graph of this function will be in this form. Okay, all the numbers between 0 to 1 will be mapped onto 0. Suppose this is 1, 2, 3. All the numbers between 0 to 1 will be mapped onto 0. All the numbers between 1 and 2 will be mapped onto 1. All the numbers between 2 and 3 will be mapped onto 2. Is it correct? 2.1 means 2. 2.3, greatest integer contained in 2.2 is 2. Greatest integer contained in 2.9 is 2. So, all the integers will be mapped, all the numbers between 2 and 3 will be mapped onto 2. All the numbers between 3 and 4 will be mapped onto 3. Okay, likewise, all the numbers between 0 and minus 1 will be mapped onto 0 and minus 1 will be mapped onto minus 1. All the numbers between 0 and minus 1 will be mapped onto minus 1. All the numbers between minus 1 and minus 2 will be mapped onto minus 2. So, like this you will get a graph. Okay. Okay, I'll show the graph. Okay, so this is the graph of greatest integer function. The graph of greatest integer function. Okay, graph of greatest integer function. Okay,
Ma'am, we can't see the screen.
you can't see. Okay. Okay. Is it okay? Now, can
Yes,
you see?
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So the greatest graph of the greatest integer function. Okay. So all the numbers, listen here children, all the numbers between 1 and 2 will be mapped onto 1. 2 is not included. That's what we are putting here, one open circle here. Okay, likewise here, if you take the numbers between 2 and 3, everything will be mapped onto 2, except the last one, 3. 3 is not included. Is it clear? The graph, is it okay? Okay, so this much functions, this much standard functions we are learning this year. Along with 2 more functions are there that is included in your syllabus, logarithmic functions and exponential functions, that we can discuss it tomorrow. Now just recall all these functions. What about the first function we have discussed?
Identity.
Identity function. Identity function is defined by f of x is equal to x. The second function is, Tomlin, make it fast. Second function we have discussed is?
Constant function.
Constant function. Constant function is defined as f of x is equal to c, where c is some real number. The next function we have discussed is?
Polynomial.
It is polynomial functions. Okay, polynomial function. In polynomial, we are learning linear function and quadratic, cubic. The next fourth type we are learned is? Fourth type.
Rational.
Rational numbers. Rational functions. Sorry. Rational functions. Functions which can be written in the form p of x by q of x with q of x not equal to 0. For that one example we are taking is 1 by x. The next function we have learned is modulus function. The next one is? Atul.
Sigma function.
Signum function. The last one is greatest
Signum
integer function. Okay, now let us use this function, solve some questions based on this. Okay, let's solve some questions based on this function. Write down the question. Find the domain and range of the function. Find the domain and range of the function f of x is equal to minus modulus of x. Find the domain and range of this function f of x is equal to minus modulus of x. What will be the function? What is the domain and what is the range? If you know the
Domain is
modulus
X.
function, you can, okay, if we know the modulus function, then we can give the domain and range easily. What is the domain?
X.
Domain is x. Is it x? Domain is
Negative X.
all the real numbers. We can define the modulus function for all the real numbers. So domain is R. What about range? Minus modulus of x. So it will be the range.
Minus R.
It is, yes, it is minus infinity to 0. Okay. We'll be taking minus infinity to 0. Usually, if we take simply modulus of x, we used to say 0 to infinity, isn't it? We'll be taking positive real numbers along with 0. Here we are putting one minus here. So when we take modulus, everything will be converted to positive. Now when we multiply by minus, all the answers will be negative. All the images will be negative real numbers.
Ma'am, can we write minus infinity to 0 as r minus union of 0?
Yes, you can write like that. Okay, you can write like that also. You can write like this, r minus union 0. Or you can write in words. You can write in words as non-zero negative real numbers. Sorry, negative real numbers along with 0. You can write in words also. Okay. The next one, f of x is equal to root of 9 minus x square. So this model is very important one, root of 9 minus x square. Listen, whenever we are taking the square root, what we have learned about square root? What is square root of 25?
Plus or minus
5.
Plus or minus 5.
5.
Just plus or minus 5. If we write root 25 is 5 means we are considering only the positive values. We are not considering the negative value. But whenever we take square root, it is plus or minus. What is square root of negative 25? Is it defined?
No.
No. Square root is defined for only positive numbers. Okay. So here, whenever you are given a function within the square root, okay, to find the domain, okay, listen children, it's very important. For finding the domain, the one thing we can say is 9 minus x square must be greater than or equal to 0. Is it clear? Shubham, 9 minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. How we solve a question with equality? The same procedure only here you have to do with inequality also. 9 is greater than or equal to x square. Yes.
Root 9 minus x square greater than or equal to 0.
Root of 25 means what we say? This 25. What is the number inside the root? It should be greater than 0. So what is inside the root? That one should be a positive or 0. So 9 minus x square is greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, we can write 9 is greater than or equal to x square. That is, listen, I'm rearranging right like this. X square is less than or equal to 9. 9 is greater than or equal to x square means we can write this as x square is less than or equal to 9. Now, am I taking root on both sides? X is less than or equal to plus or minus 3. So, the domain is from minus 3 to 3. Domain is from closed interval. Okay, children. So you try to solve this. Okay, find out what is the domain and range. Tomorrow we can continue. Time up. We can end with this. Okay. Okay, children.
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.